Providing social services for citizens, especially the indigent, is important in order to prevent problems such as poverty, which could leave them vulnerable to human trafficking and other forms of crime. Joining us to talk about protecting populations from the risk of such exploitation is Oluwatoyin Olabisi, a human trafficking and migration expert. She joins us from Abuja. Welcome to the program.
Thank you for having me.
Let me start by asking you, from time to time we see these images of people who return from Libya after failed attempts to migrate to other parts of the world, albeit illegally. Speaking about justification, can that ever be questioned from your perspective?
Well, in my opinion, there is no justification for anyone to embark on an arduous journey outside our country in an inappropriate way. However, we must not forget the factors which exacerbate the person from taking part in this journey. For example, poverty. You will agree with me that in many rural communities, the level of poverty is very high, just which promotes persons to want to leave the country, and also followed by lack of opportunities, absence of basic infrastructure like electricity, absence of social protection mechanisms, and absence of strong political will by our leaders to create and sustain poverty reduction programs which aligns with the sustainable development goals.
In case of human trafficking, which usually occurs in countries that are economically challenged, what will be a good way for authorities to address these factors that lead to such crime?
Well, the best way to address this crime is first to provide for the government and relevant agencies to provide poverty reduction mechanisms for people in the rural communities. Also, like social protection, such as cash transfers, empowerment programs, and also for high level of sensitization.
All right, give us your impression of the federal government's social welfare programs. Are they reducing poverty in the country?
Well, I don't see it as total because, for my opinion, I think it's just for a segment of people. It's not all inclusive. That's my opinion anyway. So I think for a comprehensive social protection mechanism, that it must seek to first improve the life of the people, irrespective of their ethnic tribe or where they come from. It must be all encompassing. So first, the government must create a sustainable approach to include people, and they can do this by, okay, if you're a graduate in a specific year, maybe like in the last 5 years, and you don't have a job, maybe we'll pay you 20,000 naira, and you can do it to engage in economic activities. So, just create things, create programs that seeks to improve the well-being of individuals, and this can be done holistically.
And speaking about economic empowerment, people at this level can easily fit into vocational jobs and small businesses rather than depend on stipends. Is enough, from your perspective, again, being done to encourage entrepreneurship?
The economic situation of Nigeria, absence of basic infrastructure, it's not promoting entrepreneurship because, for example, if someone has, let's say, a barbing salon, and then he's in his barbing salon, and he can't even make ends meet because half of the time there is no power, and then even when the power comes, it's not stable, and then the little profit he makes, he has to think of how to buy fuel, buy fuel for his generator so he can make ends meet. So I think enough is not being done. If the government can just provide the basics, power, basic infrastructure, good road, water supply, all this will promote the entrepreneurial capabilities of individuals, of persons in the country. And also, there is need to seek to promote more programs like the Empower, to seek to create more programs like the Empower, so that, and maybe like create programs for young people which seeks to develop their entrepreneurial capabilities. And then there is need for the educational structure of the country. We need to include entrepreneurial education in our educational structure and our educational curriculum, which in the long run will impact meaningfully on the economy in the long term.
Okay, then Oluwatoyin Olabisi, thank you for joining us today on Africa 54.
Thank you for having me once again.